Welcome to the show. I'm the Rev Jester.
And I'm DaKongaman. And this is...
Oh, you're not going to do the medley?
Oh.
The melody?
The King
I said
and
medley.
Jester Show!
The King and Jester Show.
Welcome back, guys. We're going to talk to you today about some camera equipment that we've been using and kind of how this all morphed into this crazy episode and things that we've got going on, right? So Frank and I...
this episode, I think this whole thing.
Right. So Frank and I have been riding now for, a couple years together, right? Last episode I said...
2 years, I believe.
Last episode I said it was a few months. Man, how time flies. Time flies when you're...
It does.
When you're having fun.
Out on the ride in that open wind.
Yes. So years ago, when I first did my main trip with the boys, back in 2023, the Insta series cameras, I had just been starting to take notice. And at that point, the X3. So I guess there's the Insta 360X, right? Insta 360X2. Now we're on X3, X4,
X5.
and finally the X5. All right, so a lot of upgrades over the years and proprietary technology that's just been experimented with and try it out. And I mean, people use these cameras, action cameras, right? Started with the GoPro, I think was the most popular one years ago.
I think it's still very popular.
Still very popular,
But
right?
yeah.
And now they have, so many different options out there. DJI's got cameras. Everybody's got cameras, right? But these are specifically action cameras. Hello? What was that?
It's the wife.
Oh. Very important to respond.
To the wife.
Yes. But different action cameras that people have been using for snowboarding, for windsurfing, for boating, for fishing, for all kind. I've seen videos of guys tossing these Insta cameras off of fishing lures into the deep ocean. Have you seen those? Yeah.
No.
Just
like that or in a case?
in a case.
In a case, all right.
Yeah, in a case.
I was going to say, because none of those are waterproof. They didn't get
They are.
waterproof until this one, I thought.
No, this is waterproof. It's rated down to like 10 meters or something.
Oh, okay.
Nothing crazy. But yeah, they'll put a dive case on. And yeah, I've seen some of those videos. Like these guys are tossing this stuff, way out in the ocean.
The wife.
Stand by.
Good.
It's that scene from Mr. When Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, when they're in the elevator. Kind of like that.
I kindly told her, leave me alone, we're filming.
We're gonna lose our studio.
I said I was very nice about it. Anyway, all right.
So guys have tossed it into the ocean is what I was getting at.
I'm going to look into that because that's actually
crazy
pretty cool.
things. So I bought this years ago when Insta, at that point, there was the Insta X 360X3. I said, you know what? I don't know anything about it. Let me just purchase it and play around. Sure enough, fell in love with it, cracked the screen. All right. And when I say screen, I mean the sensors. All right. So if you look at the camera, it's got a sensor on the front and the back. That's where the two images come together and make, so it stitches out the middle part. It grabs
that fisheye.
Get that fisheye front view.
In the back.
That's why you can take a 360 video. So
and
however,
it stitches on the left and right side.
So cracked the sensor, and I tried to polish it out with polishing compound and a roto tool. Ended up cracking the screen even more. I'm like, I needed it for something the next day. That's why I wanted it to polish it out and see if I can clean it up. I've seen YouTube videos, which is a dangerous thing on, this is how you do it, guys. Like, oh, man. Went to Best Buy, bit the bullet, bought an X4, right? Love the X4.
So I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No, I knew that it happened. I didn't know why you bought this. I didn't know you needed it like so quickly because I knew you bought this. And I don't understand because now you're going to get to this. So what happened with this? Let's get back to that. What happened with that now?
So the Insta 360 X3, right? It's got this removable cover.
Well, they all do.
To protect, right? Except
you can put that on all of them.
I didn't have that. I was like, it's made for this sort of thing, right?
Right.
Just over the years of riding through brush and bushes and, throwing it into the bag and whatever, it just got small scratches. So then in the post-reframing edits, you can kind of see if you scanned or zoomed
Yeah,
in that
you'll
way,
see
you'd
like
see like a little smudge or little line.
right,
It was
a
like,
little haze or a little something. Yeah.
So whatever it was, and it was like, oh man, if you look closely enough,
Annoying enough to
right.
you.
So it scratched the screen. So I looked up on YouTube how to restore it and repair it, and guys were, putting polishing compound and, low speed setting on a roto tool and, cleaning. I was like, oh yeah, no problem. I could do this, right?
That's next level.
Bought the stuff, put the compound on. I'm sitting there in my shed. Zzz, right? Oh, this is working this way. I looked over here for a second, looked back, the whole thing had cracked and shattered. And I'm like, huh. Right? Like, oh, this is terrible. Now, just because the one lens was cracked, I still had the other lens.
Right, so you could do...
I could just do me, or I could do that,
fixed
depending.
Point, right? It's called fixed
so
point, is that what it is?
the next day, I was actually riding in the Thanksgiving Day parade. Right? So this was Wednesday,
okay.
and like the parade's tomorrow. I'm like, I kind of want to capture that. Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, your last one.
So I went out and bought this, and between this camera, right, and this camera, the touch screen first of all, it takes forever to turn on, right, comparatively. So now it's finally on. This one turns on pretty quickly. But even the touch screen is a little, it's not quite there, right? Much better than the XT2, which was just a little circle.
Right.
Right?
But you ultimately wanted sending this out to Insta, didn't you?
Yes. So eventually what I did was I reached out to Insta360. I was like, listen, I got a scratch screen. What can you guys do for me? They said, ship it in. And then, we'll figure it out. So I shipped it in, and they ended up telling me, no, you need a new unit. We can't replace the sensor. They're called, you would think they're called lenses. They're called sensors. So we can't replace the sensor. It'll cost you $180. We'll send you a new one. I said, hey, for $180 on a $399 camera at the time, $299, whatever it was. I said, all right, whatever. I'll have two. So now I have this one, and I mount this, elsewhere on my motorcycle, and then I have this remote that I can access, that I can Bluetooth this camera to this remote and start recording. So this one I'll probably, set behind me on the motorcycle somewhere or down below or something like that, and it captures a lot of different things, because I have this mounted to my handlebar that I can start recording on this camera for a different angle.
Angle, yep.
But then...
So I thought you bought that afterwards. I didn't know you bought it like that same day.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
That's where I was kind of...
Because
I knew you got that one fixed.
Right. So, right, replaced.
Replaced,
not fixed. But again, the screen is just a little, it's not as good to use, right? You can kind of see that, right?
Yeah,
there's got to be a little bit of effort.
It's a little wonky there.
Right. This screen, on the other hand, right? Very cool, very intuitive, very fast, right? I can zoom through. I mean, it's just, it's almost like using a phone.
A lot more intuitive, yeah.
The X5 beats this out.
Yeah.
Right? And the difference with the X5 is, so this one, again, I got the screen cover as well. This one ended up cracking one cold day on the breakfast run. Remember the breakfast run we did?
Yes.
All right.
To the Bogota Cafe.
The Bogota Cafe
Jersey.
with bikes and beards. No, bikes and breakfast.
Bikes and breakfast.
Right. Ended up cracking. I think that it just got too cold. But Frank has the X5, which is even more better, in my opinion, than the X4. So every generation that you keep progressing has gotten so much better.
Yeah, so you could put the protective lenses over, what are they called again? Sensors.
Over the sensors.
You can get the protective lenses on here as well to protect them. But the difference is that these sensors are replaceable.
By you.
Yeah, at
By
home.
the end user.
Yes. Yep.
Right? So,
So you could just go to Best Buy, whatever, and buy a new...
And they're cheap.
A new one. Yeah,
Right?
I want to say like...
$30?
We had $30, $40, something like that.
For the set.
Yeah, for the set.
For front and back.
Yep.
So, amazing.
So get the lens covers. I've yet to purchase them.
But he's a lot more cautious with this equipment than I am.
But it's good. Because if you had the protector lens on there and you crack one, you can just take it off and you can still keep going.
Right.
And if you break that one, it's an easy replacement.
Right.
So, but if you don't have it on there and you crack one of these, then you kind of, again, you can run up to a Best Buy if you're not,
these are twist
if
and
you're
stick.
nearby. These are kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I want to say that, it's built in.
Yeah.
All right. So these are for the X4 and X5. All right, it's built into the camera as opposed to this one.
Let me see.
With the X3, you had to buy the
I haven't done this yet.
You have to buy the actual kit that you retrofit to your camera. So there should be a little dot on the bottom of the. See this notch, the notch cutout on the bottom of the protector you're holding.
No, I see that.
All right, and you line it up to the left or right of it. I can't remember.
No, this is different.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, but there's a way, you know. Now the thing, and another thing that should be noted with the difference between the X4 and the X5 is the X4 comes with this. They call it a heat shield device. And the way they have built this is to basically try to keep this cool because this has the propensity to overheat, the X4. Versus the X5, it's kind of built into the shell of the case itself. It's got this heat deflecting technology. I think it's just the way they angled the thing, the case to be able to disperse wind better or try to, you know, make it cooler, I guess. I don't know. But I have been recording on this, and there were at times where this camera has overheated. All right. If you're going to get the X4, the X5, you absolutely need, they call it the invisible selfie stick, okay? So what you're going to do is you have this invisible selfie stick, right? Every camera has a little screw-on thing at the bottom, okay? Right there. Screw it on, use that as an invisible selfie stick, okay? And
what does that mean, invisible selfie stick?
So again, the stitch line is going to be, everything inside this middle stitching is going to be invisible. That's where the camera kind of joins the two images together that you can scan around.
Right.
All right. It took me a long time to wrap my head around that. And even when I introduced it first to you, when you were on your motorcycle, I had it hanging off his front handlebar like that. He's like, I don't get it. I was like, just go with it. Just ride. Right. So Frank's got an even longer selfie stick. Whoa. A little expandable baton. Right. And what will that give you? It'll just give you further reach. I had a super long one. I lost it. I can't remember where.
What is that? Oh, that's plastic, right?
What, this?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, so this one's carbon fiber.
Yeah. Light. His is light.
Super light.
All right. Mine's a little heavy.
Super light.
Comparatively.
But when you're holding it like this,
right,
the stick disappears in the video.
Yes.
So you look like this. You won't see the stick. You'll just look like this.
So, yes. It's bizarre.
Yeah, it's
right?
pretty bizarre.
And you can find a stitch line once you start knowing what you're looking for. You find a stitch line. There's different things on the inside the app and inside the camera that you can use to clean up that stitch line. It's not going to eliminate it. If you know what you're looking for, you're going to find it. You know, it's there.
But I think for the most part, most videos that I've edited, like, it really hasn't been an issue.
Right.
You know, because you have it set up to the angle that you want for the most part. Mm-hmm. You know.
And these have the capacity to shoot, I think yours can shoot up to 8K?
8K, yeah.
All right. This one, I can't remember what it shoots up to. This one only does 5.7K at a max. All right. But then when you're looking at it, the resolution's terrible. Why? It's spreading that resolution all around 360 degrees. Right? Frank's going to look it up now. And so you want to shoot the highest resolution, right, available to you, because it'll give you the best resolution when you do reframe it into 16:9 or 9:16 viewable area. That's, you know, just the aspect ratio of 16:9 or 9:16. 16:9 is going to be, you know, the long rectangular, like a computer screen or TV monitor, and 9:16 is going to be. So they both shoot 8K. Like on a phone. They both shoot 8K.
They both shoot 8K.
Okay. So they both shoot 8K.
But the X5 has a 144% larger sensor.
More light coming through.
You know, making it superior for and specifically targeted at advanced creators, whereas the X4 remains a strong, more budget-friendly 8K option.
Budget-friendly. I'm the budget-friendly guy.
I don't know. Are you, though? You have 2 cameras. I've got 1.
Well, technically I have 3. Now 4. Well,
3. Yeah, now 4. Well, I mean, listen, you saw that video I sent you, right?
Which one?
The guy had a camera like that hooked up to the front of his bike, and he had
yes.
He's going like this, and the camera's moving with his head.
So
Maybe you could set that one up on a gyro.
well,
Have you ever wondered if a chicken's head is more stable than any expensive camera stabilizer? You see, when these guys strapped a small camera on a chicken's head, they put it in front of a boat and gradually increased the boat's speed. And when they checked the footage, it looked as smooth as using an expensive stabilizer. Not only that, but they pushed it further by taking the chicken to skydiving, strapping it on a motorcycle for motor racing, and even placing it on a kayak rushing down a waterfall. However, the footage remained incredibly stable in every single clip.
so but now if we have these 360 cameras, you eliminate the need for any of that anyway.
That's true too, yeah.
So that's why, this is going to be used for, it's a camcorder essentially. It's going to be used for things we're doing like this right now,
Right.
or, restaurant scenes or whatever. I don't know. To be said about having to reframe your videos, right? Post-production edits, holy cow, take 2-minute, video. You have unlimited possibilities of what to reframe, and it can be overwhelming if you're doing a trip and have 50 video clips. What do you put in your video? So that's something you got to think about. The GoPro and camcorder, listen, it's real easy. Point and shoot. What you shot is what you got. Right?
Yeah, he can be very sneaky with the GoPro.
2 new attendees were our friends. Frank. Frank is doing his morning yoga.
Fuck, I heard the beep, and I'm like, he's recording me.
This guy can be sneaky too. I've seen him shove the Insta360 underneath the bathroom stall. Talking about sneaky.
Never.
Yes, he has.
When?
That one
What are
time.
you talking about?
Anyway, reframe.
Whoa.
Right? Point and shoot. Right? There's something to be said about point and shoot. Now, Frank, I guess you can.
You really got me thinking like that.
He's never done that.
I've never done I'm literally going like I've done some crazy things in my day. Wow.
No, Frank's never
Anyway,
done that. Frank.
he'll have this. He's got. Now, mind you, this has been mistaken for a baby at one point.
Sir.
It looked like you had a baby strapped to your front, like you're giving it a thing. I'm going, oh my God.
I thought it was a papoose.
A
what?
papoose.
A papoose.
But he'll just have it on his chest, and it's recording, and we'll be in the deli or just somewhere, and you don't know until he
Where's this thing?
reframes that video,
Where's that strap?
and then you get to see
Yes.
what you missed.
So this is awesome, right? Because it's in this case right now. But I'll just be able to, walk around like that. And, capture a lot of things. I look like
Captures a lot of things.
I look like a complete dork. But it's all for you guys.
Yeah, the
right?
video makes it worth it all in the end.
So
for
there's
sure.
this, there's, this. And then obviously what I also have, which kind of gets heavy from time to time, is I can mount it here
mount.
too.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
We've got the chin mount here. So, now I can move my head and stuff like that as we're riding. All right. And then the cool thing too is, right? Oh, this gets to go up first. I mean,
Sky view.
right? I ride that with on the back of my head, and GoPro will record upside down. It'll invert itself.
Invert, nice.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
So I can record back. The only problem is, when it's mounted up here to your chin, you can't see if the camera's on or not.
Right.
It's kind of tough to tell. So you kind of have to be listening. For
Side
the
view
on
mirror.
off. Right.
Looking for the side view mirror.
So I have that capability, but it's nice just to be able to point and shoot. So that's that. But again, with everything going on, right? You got this on the front, which is weighted. This is not heavy at all. By the time you're flying down the road, you look like. So I've started mounting this to here just to have, because there's been times I was trying to record 218. This overheated, stopped recording. I'm like, oh shoot!
Yeah.
Reach down and
Was able to
plug
get
this, and still was able to continue recording and keep going. Right. But Frank, why don't you talk about the different mounts that are available for?
So mounts. So that's going to be dependent on your particular bike.
Right.
Right. So, every bike has handlebars, right? But depending on the shape of them, I find your bike is a little bit better as far as the handlebars, mine kind of like comes in and it's kind of like on an angle and I have to, anyway, so Insta360 makes some great mounts, very versatile as far as how you could mount it or how you mount it and angles and rotates and all this other stuff.
But so, yeah, these are going to be the claw mounts,
Right.
which you can crank down on and attach to the handlebar or crash bars.
And this will take any
RAM.
mount, that you could fit in there. So you have a different mount for whatever reason. This one I just picked up off Amazon. Pretty inexpensive.
Very inexpensive.
But when you're on the bike, if you do have it sticking out like this, and if you're going at any kind of high speed, you're going to get that bounce.
Yep.
All right, so the camera's going to bounce. Not that that's necessarily an issue.
Because
all
it does
the time.
stabilize inside the screen.
Right.
You know,
But you don't want to lose it. You don't want it to break. I remember you had yours on the back of mine, and it was like this.
Yes.
You had it like this, and then it wound
we
up
started
like
out like this, and then as we're riding, it just started slowly dropping down to the point it's almost scraping on the ground. And someone said, "Hey, you're almost on the ground."
Yeah. Anyway, so this would be your primary mount. You would mount this somewhere on the bike, and that would hold it up. But if you are extended out and you do plan on going a little bit faster, and you have somewhere else to mount it, and on the BMW, I do have multiple mounts with the pannier racks and what have you. So I would just loosen this up, adjust the mount to the proper angle, and now I have 2 points, and now you're not really going to get that bounce
you've eliminated
because it's
a lot of
mounted
bounce.
here. So,
Stabilized.
Yeah, a lot more stabilized. Just be careful, especially if you do have this particular selfie stick. The carbon fiber, although strong, cranked down on this, it's not really so strong this way. You can really crank it down and crack it. So just be mindful of that. If you're on your handlebars or any other type of metal, what do you call it? Yeah, crank it down. It actually comes with a little tool.
Yeah, a little tightener.
That fits right on here.
You would have it.
And it
you can really crank it down.
really crank it down. And don't be afraid to crank it down. Just be mindful of where you're cranking it down. There's, again, on this particular one, I wouldn't go too crazy. Make sure it's snug, but you don't want to break it. But on any of the metal on the bike, the handlebars, whatever, you can really crank it down.
And these claw mounts are great. They'll attach to a lot of surfaces.
Yes.
Just
and
because
they
do
go
open pretty wide, and they have different sizes too.
Yep. And they go pretty snug too.
Yeah, but you can grab, for example, like this here, right? That'll hold on to there, just fine.
Yeah, so you can mount it, again, on your handlebars. I have the engine guards up front. So do you, right? So I mount it up to the engine guards to get like that shot out in front. Or even down towards like the wheel I've done to get like a nice wheel shot.
Just be careful where you're mounting it. If you're mounting it low and you're going in a hard,
yes, yeah.
Let's say you got to mount it out to your side and you're going for a hard lean.
Yeah, it's been a lot of damaged Instas
over the years.
Yeah, not mine either. But you see them out there for sure. So yeah, be very mindful of that. The other thing is before you or after you mount it, before you go out and ride, check your steering.
Yep.
All right. You want to make sure you can go full lock. I think that was one of the things. I went out and I had it on the engine guard, and you were like, just make sure you check it. And sure enough, I was hitting it. So if I had to go like full lock to the right or lead, whatever, it wasn't going to go. So make sure you're checking
Still would have done it. Something would have given. Something would have had to give.
So, right. Exactly. So just be mindful as far as that goes. Like I said, you're leaning, your handlebars, make sure you can go full lock left and right. The other thing is, too, we'd like to ride the mountains, twisty roads. Sometimes they're very narrow. If you get too close to the edge or the wall, right, 218, you got the right.
Yep, you can scrape your
camera
on the wall.
If you're going out to the side, just
passing traffic going the opposite direction.
Oh, yeah, that too. That's
take out somebody's mirror,
yes.
take out your camera.
Exactly. I've seen that too. Yeah, with it just out to the side like that, and then you're leaning in, and there's a car coming.
Whoa!
Yeah, you're gonna hit it. You're gonna hit it.
So just be mindful where you're mounting. Awesome cameras, right? You
I
great
mean, you turned me
with it.
on to it. I would watch his videos and I'm like, how are you doing that? I don't know. You have a drone following you? You know, like, he's like, no, I got my Insta 360. I'm like, oh, I started looking into it.
So Frank's got the X5 now. X3, X4. Nick has the X5 now as well.
Yes, Nick just purchased the X5. Now listen, it was very tempting for me, right? Because now they came out the X5, so everything underneath it, right,
was cheaper.
At the time when I bought this, it wasn't much cheaper, but I was like, you know, I'm going like this. I was going to get the X4, and then you see all the upgrades that the X5 offers. It really was, in my opinion, again, not really using it, but just doing the research. And, you know, what it has to offer.
They didn't come with SD cards, did they? I don't think they came with SD
No,
cards.
I had to
So
buy
we had to
them.
buy them.
Right down to just the design in the front of keeping it cooler and things like that.
That's what we were talking
Like,
about
it's,
earlier.
You know, and then he had the problem with the overheating, and it's just, you know what? What's the age-old saying?
Finish this saying. One man's trash is...
Buy once, cry once.
Buy once, cry once.
The cheap man pays twice.
Cheap man pays twice. You get what you pay for.
It's true.
Things like that. So, I mean, these are great.
Yeah.
These
So
are
yeah,
great.
talk about that for a minute. Little tripods.
Another thing Jabez likes to do, like I said, he likes to be sneaky. But every once in a while, like, he'll just come in and I'll have the tripod, I'll have the camera on there, and we'll sit down to dinner or lunch or something. And I go, so, how's it going? What are we having for dinner? So it's a cool little,
right.
know,
So, but the cool thing
just
about
throw it on the table, nice to have.
You could just put the camera down like this on the table as well. Don't get me wrong, right? You could do that if you don't want to be so obtrusive, or mount
But
the
it's
floor
also,
next to you.
Yeah, it's also a selfie stick.
Also a selfie stick.
So it's a 2-in-1 tripod.
So
It's
this one
good.
is from Insta360 itself,
Correct.
right?
And then this one is
An Amazon special, $20,
Amazon special.
$17.
But
something
same
like that.
thing. Whoa.
It's a little bit taller, a little bit wider
bit
base.
Tall, a little bit wider base, which is good for stability.
Right.
You can't
You know,
even
put it
see
on the
it.
floor in between
I was
us.
going to say, you can't even see it. There you go. So the tripods come in handy.
We've been using it to record our previous videos, the vlogs that we've been doing.
Yep. And then we're on the group rides, whatever. We went out to Connecticut for lunch with the guys.
Yep.
We'll post that picture here that we took it with this. And we were able to get like a nice group
Yes.
picture with
Yes.
everyone. Just having the tripod there.
Yeah.
And then I think you use that or your phone, whatever it was. You can have access to your phone, so you can take pictures right through the app in your
You
phone.
know what? I was setting this up for that group ride, and somebody came by in the parking lot.
Oh,
said,
that's
you want
right.
us to take
Yes,
a picture?
that
I was like,
elderly
yeah.
couple came
Yeah,
up
yeah,
and they
yeah.
took the picture for
And I was like,
us,
that'd
yeah.
be great, thank you.
Yeah,
So
right.
they did. You
Yeah,
know, whoever
that's
you
right.
are, thank you.
But again, it does work. Again, you have the app where you can connect right to the phone.
And stable.
And,
You know,
yeah, it
on
is
a windy
stable.
day, right? This'll get taken on
Yeah.
that one in my
This one
opinion.
even more so. Again, it's good. You just have to be mindful of where you have it.
Right.
All right. This one is a little bit shorter.
Auditorium, inside, gymnasium, whatever you want to, mount it, perfect.
Yeah.
Right? Out in the road on a windy day, this can get taken. That's why the wider base is a little bit better, right?
For sure.
A little wider base here. And
But-
doubles as a selfie stick.
Exactly. So you don't have to buy this one necessarily.
Right.
You can just stick to this one. The RAM mounts will go around them because they open up pretty wide. But again, it's plastic, so you don't want to crank down on it too much. You start hearing cracking, stop. Maybe even back off a little bit.
Right.
But again, and then you could mount it up to wherever you want to mount it up to. So it's cool.
A lot of cool things. Insta360 camera is awesome. And then built into the X4 and X5 is a built-in AI algorithm anyway. So inside the microprocessor, it'll start processing video itself. So post-editing, it can kind of, when you do go to post-process the edits, it'll automatically say, all right, I remember from this, at this portion, this is probably what it's going to want to take. It's actively recording versus passively recording. X3 won't do that. But Frank, you use a lot the Insta360 app on your phone.
Yeah, because again, depending on where I have it mounted. Again, if I have it mounted out in front, and then the camera is way out there.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to reach it.
You're not gonna be able to reach it to turn it on.
But I'm talking even for post editing.
Oh, so in the app.
Yeah.
So in the app, the Insta360 app is actually pretty cool because they have almost like
templates.
Yeah, like templates, right? Or pre-made. Yeah, pre-made templates, whatever. That you just take your footage, dump it in there, and AI kind of just does its thing. Yeah, so it's actually pretty cool for like quick little, let me just post a quick little thing of the day.
Instagram or something like that, yep.
Yep, exactly.
Very seamless.
It is. You are limited. You obviously have more control, whatever, on a desktop than you do in.
But these are,
in
that'd
app.
be quick 10, 15 second.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Just right. YouTube Shorts, get them up, get them out. We're out here for the day. Like almost kind of like, I don't want to say a live thing, but you could do it like real quick right there and just shoot it out and, get it up, whatever, if,
Yeah, I'm believe it or not, I'm not into that necessarily yet, just because I have an older phone and the connectivity issues between you can Bluetooth your phone to your Insta360, all of them, right? I'm just not there yet. Frank's a little bit more up on technology, so he's faster with that stuff than I am.
He says I am, but yet he's the guy that does like all this stuff. And the Sena mesh, we did the review on here, and that's connected to this, and this is connected to that. Like, and I'm
We're
like,
all
how
connected.
did you do that?
We're all connected. So
but I am into the techie kind of stuff for sure.
Going with that, you can individually Bluetooth a communication device, namely the Sena 50S, Bluetooth direct to the camera as your microphone. You can do that. What we figured out is you buy the Sena Mesh Port Red and Bluetooth the Mesh Port Red to the camera, and it acts as its own channel. I'm sorry, it acts as its own communicator. So now when you open a mesh network, everybody who's speaking on that mesh network, channel
get
1,
recorded to
will get recorded to the
Insta.
audio. So that's why I ended up purchasing this. But real quick before we kind of close off here, all right, stuff that I carry on the motorcycle with me as well.
Yes.
Extra batteries. All right. Got extra batteries for the GoPro.
Which I don't have. I need extra batteries.
These are extra batteries for my 360.
I just charge mine from the bike.
Right.
USB-C.
Right. So that's another option
Charge
too.
as you go kind of thing.
I have spare batteries for the X4 here. Spare batteries for my GoPro. Just because, you don't want to be out there without power.
And the chargers.
I got chargers. I got chargers for the GoPro.
Multi-port chargers.
Got chargers. So the GoPro. Yeah.
And blocks. You need blocks. Charging blocks.
Charging blocks. So this is for this is going to be for the GoPro. This will be for the X4, right? I can, at the end of the day, charge all my, no. This is for the X3. Charge all my spare X3 batteries. So this is an off-brand X3 battery just to have. I think this is for the X4. I think. Yeah, this won't fit. So this is a spare battery for the X4. I don't have a separate charger for it. So once this is fully charged on the X4, got to take that battery out, put this battery in, charge it up, and I got enough battery to last me all day.
Yep.
Essentially. Which is nice too, because for this, it's off, right? The camera's off. When we're flying down the road, press that, give it a second or two, and it's starting recording right now.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. And then to stop recording, right? And I guess at this point you gotta see our studio.
360.
But at that point, right, you're done recording. One press as well. Power's off. Well, it'll stop the recording and then it'll power off, and you're saving your battery power. Yep. So this one I typically have mounted right in front of me on the handlebar. All right, I got a clutch reservoir ram mount. It'll screw right into the handlebar there. And then I can either put the selfie stick on and extend it either
left
way
or right.
I want, forward, backwards. Or sometimes I just, do it right from that position. And again, my X3, I got it mounted elsewhere, and I can activate that with the remote. And Frank, throughout the course of a trip, will remount it from here at a stop, mount it back there as a stop. But
just to try and get different angles.
But he can control his from the phone.
Yeah, I have it right on the thing there. Yep, and I could see and record and stop it and start it and things like that.
So, and the videos that Frank have made have grown exponentially and gotten so much better.
They're slowly improving.
They're pretty good.
So much credit.
But this unlocks a lot of creativity.
With that being said, you can do a lot within the app.
Yes.
Okay. Having a computer makes it all the more enjoyable. With that being said, just real quick, you need at least 6 gigs of dedicated video RAM. I'm not getting into that. Just know that you do need some type of, I guess, gaming computer.
Yes.
All right, in order to
or media
reframe
computer,
this stuff,
yeah.
whatever.
It's
it's
very
just-
hardware
and it's-
intense.
And especially if you plan on, for some reason, actually recording and uploading at 8K. I don't even know where you would do that, right? Because YouTube only allows 4K.
I don't know.
Most of the stuff we do is 2K.
Right.
But anyway, it takes a lot of video
Processing
power and whatever.
storage.
So I started out on a little laptop. It had 4 gigs. And again, it's minimum of 6. And I would get through and it would lag and it would crash. And I had to start all over again. We did up the RAM. That definitely did help. But you need a minimum of 6.
Dedicated RAM.
My son upgraded his gaming computer, so I stole his.
Reallocated.
Reallocate. That's what I said. So this has 8 gigs, and this is nice.
Yeah, no,
This works
it's
really
phenomenal.
nice. Yeah,
and
it
he's
works
got a
really
lot of
nice.
real estate for screen and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I have to
yeah.
work on a gaming laptop. That's what I do. I have a second, monitor that I set up, but I don't have anything, stationary like this. This is very cool. This guy's got all dedicated, a work area. So, unlock your creativity. Have something like this available for you. But
Starting a new YouTube channel, it helps.
yeah. But basically, that's all we want. I don't know if you have anything more to say about the
No,
cameras
that's
or
again
anything,
the computer thing is just something to touch on because it's an investment for sure. But like I said, if you can just stay within the app and you don't plan on doing anything, right, extreme edits or anything like that, you can edit and reframe within the app. I think an iPad would probably be better, a little bigger screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But then when you start like
If you're using
importing
the
other
app.
files and things like that, still videos or from your phone or, another whatever, again, it does help to have a dedicated laptop or computer.
And getting onto
to
that
do that,
quickly.
yeah.
So Frank, at first when he was editing and what unlocked his creativity, at first when he was on editing, he was editing inside the Insta360 Studio app itself.
Correct.
So inside 360, you have the reframing portion, you have the studio portion, right? And in the studio portion, you can kind of reframe as well. And Frank was doing a lot of his edits in there. And
They should be separate. Right? They should be separate.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
I was doing it all within.
Yeah, he was doing it all
the one,
within-
which
which is fine. It's doable
if you have the right computer.
if you have the right computer.
So there is a way to do it.
I
whatever.
showed him a program that I use, Video Proc Vlogger.
Yes.
You can download it for free. You just got to sign up for a license, and it unlocks so many features. There's CapCut as well. There's DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve I found to be, if you're making like movie grade videos,
It's
just
more
too
involved, too
very involved.
intricate
It's-
and whatever.
I
Yeah.
don't
The
have
Video Proc Vlogger has been
easy.
yeah.
Easy. CapCut, very, very easy to use, seamless
Yeah.
to use, but you got to pay a subscription if you want to unlock a lot of the
Yeah,
features.
the other features. Yeah.
Which is great. Listen, if you're going to be producing videos like that, I found that Video Proc Vlogger has been a very
great.
good
Yes. Free.
tool. Yeah, tool to use.
Again, free is the key. It's a free. It's been great. Listen,
Yes.
if we want to do more, it's a place to start.
Yes.
And if we want to getting to that point, we're like, then there are other things out there. The other
And
ones that you
DaVinci Resolve, I
mentioned.
should say, is also free. All right, free for the licensing and stuff like that. It's just it's very intense.
There's a paid version for that too.
There is
isn't
a
it?
paid version,
Yeah,
but
but then
even-
they go more into it.
But even the basic
free
version,
one is
even
very-
very involved.
Okay.
I mean,
Then I haven't messed with it, so I don't
Incredible editing suite that was more than I was capable. Like you want to put fire in a guy's eyes, there's a way to do it through DaVinci. Like it's
Yeah. Wow.
close out this frame, put fire in his eyes.
DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah.
I have to look into that one.
It's
because I need to put fire in this guy's eyes.
we're beyond. I mean, you could do that through what's it called? Video vlogger as well. There's a way to do it now.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna mess with
Anyway.
the green screen.
Yes.
We're gonna green screen some
Yes.
stuff. We're
Yes.
gonna check that out too. So
So
We'll
maybe
see.
that'll be our next one. But
maybe.
we're going to
Maybe.
try to do some green screen stuff. Anyway, I think this one's gone long enough,
Yes.
but just giving you an idea of what we use to record and, our videos and, hopefully pass on some knowledge to you.
it's fun. You guys are gonna be out there riding.
Capture the moments.
You capture the moments.
That's what this is all about,
That's
capturing the moments. And that's how it all started. It's like, did I ever think I'd be a big YouTube guy? No, never. All right. It was just recording and putting it onto a platform that my friends, the guys I ride with, would be able to log on and look and
and see
watch a
exactly.
video. And it's just there, it's there. And, from then we turned into this.
This, yeah. All of this. But here we are. Anyway, all right. On that note, I'm the Rev Jester.
I'm the Conga Man.
This is the King and Jester Show.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
See you on the next one.